here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the winners of 6 straight, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to go for a big one. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're not my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's going to make a statement.
First and 10, they're down to the 25. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's Sayin. Catch in the middle, it's Porter. They make the stop, but the sweep through and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. going to the ground. Runs through a tackle. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. In the recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. A tough third down spot here. Field is condensed. Ball is at the 10-yard line. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Here on third down. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Running back searching for a hole. Finding an escape route. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? Drops in his zone. Eyes on the quarterback. He sees the quarterback throw the football. Breaks on it perfectly. Steps in front and takes it all the way to the house.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their he's brought down after a huge completion.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And the Bruins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Finds his man, it's Matthews. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Floating away. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
This time it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. The quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
Oh, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They just keep firing. Bought a little time, lets it go. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
After that pick 6 on the opening drive, good show of focus here to get back in scoring position. Looking to get it in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grab near the marker, it's Thurman. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Snagged out of the air. Crosses the 30. He's got to wait. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, and that is just not a well-executed bubble screen by the offense. I think the biggest problem was the location of the throw. If he gets that out in front of his wide receiver, he would have been able to advance it. But because he had to reach back for it, he got tackled right away. They'll have to do better down the road.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Now, 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. It's a score tie.
That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
It's just so nice to have a center who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire, and a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Really nice looking throw there. And traditionally, the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that can get it done through the air. You've got to be able to come up with explosive plays in the passing game. And if this team is going to win a conference championship, they need this guy to play at his A-plus level week in and week out.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Tight end now in motion. Quick release by the QB. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Looking to throw again. And it's incomplete on third down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Bruins will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for the big play. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.